I'm always thinking that I am at home.
I need everybody knows that when it is known in the United States, the sun is setting over in France. If you could then fly to France in 1 minute, you will be able to witness the sunset start. Unfortunately, France is too far away for that. But on your tiny planet, my little prince, all you need to do is move your child a few steps. You can see the twirling whenever you like.
And they I saw the sunset 44 times.
And a little later, you added.
You know, we want is so sad and love the sunset.
Willie Johnson something on the day of the 44 sunset.
But the little prince made no reply. On the fifth day, the secret of the little prince's life, as I was signed to the ship, was revealed to me, abruptly, without forewarning, and as if the question had been the outcome of a long and silent meditation on his problem, he demanded.
A sheep, if it is a little bushes, does it add flowers too?
Spain, Yankees, anything infinite win reaction.
Even flowers that have thorns. Then the towers what use all day.
I did not know. At that moment, I was very busy trying to unscrape a bolt that had got stuck in my engine. I was very much worried, for I was becoming conscious that the breakdown of my plan was extremely serious. Moreover, the drinking water was running out, and that made me fear the worst.
The thoughts one whose are they?
The little prince never gave up a question until he asked it. I was upset over that word, and I answered with the first thing that came into my head.
Their thorns are of no use at all. Flowers have thorns out of spade.
After a moment of complete silence, the little prince retort flashed back at me, with a kind of resentfulness.
I don't believe you. Flowers are weak creatures. They are made the rosary. Them sleep as bad as they can. They imagine it that they are terribly white thorns. And you believe they flowers.
Oh no, no, I don't believe anything. I never do the first thing that come into my mind. I myself am bus win matters of importance.
You stared at me, Amaset.
He looked at me with my hammer in my hand. My fingers black with engine grease. Begins down over an object which seemed to him extreme ugly.
You talk just like the grown-ups.
That made me feel a little ashamed, but he went on relentlessly.
You confuted everything, you mix up everything.
He was really very put out. He tossed his golden curls in the breeze.
Cannot a planet where there is a red-faced gentleman. He has never smelled a flower, he has never looked at a star, he has never loved angel, he has never done anything else but wood figures, and all day he says again and again, just like you. I'm busy with matters of importance, and that makes him swell up quite pride, but he is not a man, he is a monster. The flowers have been growing thorns for millions of years. For millions of years, the sleep have been eating team just the same. And it is not matter for importance to try to understand with the flowers, but to so much trouble to grow thorns which are never of unuse. Is the war found between the sleeve and the flowers not important? It's it's not a matter of more importance that a fat way fat handles issues and if I cannot myself one flower which is unique in the world, which ground nowhere but of my planet, but which on little ship can destroy in a single bite one morning, just like tan white of even a single bite morning. Just like that, without ever noticing what he is doing, your opinions is of no importance. Is someone love of flowers, of which only one specimen exists in the million and million of stars? Is there enough to make him happy when he looks at the stars? He can just toss himself somewhere my flower is story.
He could not say anything more. He broke out into sobbings. Then I had fallen. I had let my tools drop. My hammer, my ball. Tears or did not matter anymore. One star, one planet, my planet, the earth. There was a little prince to be comforted. I took him my arms and rocked him. I said to him, "The flower that you love is not in danger. I will draw you mussel for your ship. I will draw you framework to put around your flower. I will. I don't know what to say to him. I feel awkward. I did not know how to reach him or how to join him. It is such a mystery, the land of thirst. I soon learned to know this flower better. On the little princess planet, the flowers had always been very simple. They had only one wreath of petals. They took up no room and they were a trouble to nobody. They would appear one morning in the grass and by the evening they would have withered. But one day, a new flower had blossomed from a seed blown from nowhere, and the little prince had watched very closely over the small sprout, which was not like any of the other sprouts on his planet. It might have been a new kind of baobab. But the little shrub now stopped growing and began to get ready to bring a flower into existence. The little prince was watching the first appearance of a bud. Felt that some sort of miraculous apparition must emerge from it. But the flower's preparation for her beauty seemed to come to no end. In the shelter of her green chamber, she chose her colors with care. She dressed her hair slowly. She adjusted her petals one by one. She did not wish to emerge all crumpled, like the field poppies. She wished to appear only in the full radiance of her beauty. Oh yes, she was coquette creature and her mysterious preparation lasted for days and days. Then one morning, exactly at sunrise, she showed herself, and after working with such a precision, she yawned and sighed.
Mysterium preparius, last sent for die and die, their own morning, exciting, and assurance. She showed herself, and half wording wind, sued a preparation. She channel and sighed, and I am scaring okay. I beg that you wish excuse me. Ian sick and desiree.
The little prince could not withhold his admiration.
Wow, wow, beautiful you are.
Am I not? And I was born at the same time as the sun.
The little prince could guess easily enough that she was not modest, but she was so moving.
I think it is a time for breaks. If you will have the kindness to think of my needs. There are no tigers on my planet, and basic tigers do not eat weeds. I'm not a weed, the flower swelling replied.
I was going to look for it, but you were talking to me.
Then she forced her coat a little more in order to trouble him with remarks just the same. So the little prince speaks of the good will from his love. Some come to doubt here. He had taken seriously words which were without importance, and he felt very unhappy.
Oh, not to have listened for her. I'll never ought to listen to the flowers. One should simply look at them and breathe their fragrance. My perfumer out of my planet, but I did not know how to enjoy it. This sail of clouds, which insulted me so much, should only have filled my heart with tenders.
Ash, dan time it not come on the underside anything. You to have unneck her be her days and not be a worse. She can't her perfume and her spool of me. I bugger never to have run away from her. One to one grapes and the temers than light beige, airport light artifice. Flowers are so thick, but it was so young to come to love her, to love her.
Such a power was something for the little prince to marvel at. If he had been the master of such power, he would have been able to watch the sunset, not 40 figure times in one day, but 72 or even 100 times, without ever having to move his chair. And because feels a bit sad has remembered as little planet which had forsaken. He puckled up courage to ask the king a favor.
Approach, so that I might see you better.
It's contrary to etiquette to join in the presence of a king. It forbid you to do so.
Then I order you to Jan. It is year signs. I have sent a young Janning Jans to me. I objects of curiosity. Come now, Jan again. It is an order.
But the little prince was wondering. The planet was singing over what could this king really rule?
I beg that you will excuse my asking you a question. Sire, over what do you rule?
Such a power was something for the little prince to marvel at. If he had been the master of such power, he would have been able to watch the sunset, not 40 figure times in one day, but 72 or even 100 times, without ever having to move his chair. And because feels a bit sad has remembered as little planet which had forsaken. He pulled up courage to ask the king a favor.
I would like to see sunset. Do me thank kindness order the sun to set. The sun
Exactly. One must require from each one that which each one can perform. Authority rests first or act on reason. If you order your people to go and throw tablets into the sea, they will rise up in revolution. I have the right to require obedience because my orders are reasonable.
what about my sunset?
You shall have your sunset. I shall order it, but according to my science of government, I shall wait until conditions are favorable.
When will that be?
Mm, mm, that will be about that will be this evening about 20 minutes to age, and you will see how well I am obliged.
The little prince yawned. He was regretting his lost sunset, and he was beginning to be a little bored too.
Do not go. I will make you a minister.
Mystery of what?
Then you shall judge yourself. That is the most difficult thing of all. It is far more difficult to judge oneself than to judge others. It does succeed in judging yourself rightly. Then you are men of true wisdom. I make you my ambassador.
Oh, little prince, baby, bit I come to understand your sad little life. For a long time you had your only entertainment in the endless pleasure of looking at the sunset. I found out that new detail on the morning of the fourth day when you said to me.
I'm very fond of sunset. Let's go look at sunset.
But we must wait.
Right, for what? Why for the sun to set?
At first you seemed to be very much surprised. Then you landed to yourself and you said to me,